In the silent corridors of your mind, a thought echoes. Your death will reveal everything. This is the ultimate truth the Stoics embraced. Every philosophy, no matter how lofty, is tested by the singular moment of death. Pausa. The Stoics did not prepare with prayer or ritual. They prepared with practice. Daily, they rehearsed their own demise, knowing that it was only in the face of death that their lives could truly be measured. In that final breath, the integrity of their philosophy was laid bare. It is not the end that defines a life, but the manner in which it is met. A philosophy is mere words until it is tested by that eternal silence. Reflect on this and know that your life is but a prelude to your death. Every action, every choice, a rehearsal for that final act. When Nero's decree arrived, Seneca was 70, a man whose life had been a tapestry of power, exile, and philosophy. Yet, in that final evening, he remained unshaken. Pausa. As the soldiers approached, Seneca did not flee, he did not plead. Instead, he calmly cut his wrists, the blood flowing like ink upon the parchment of his life's work. Gathered around him, his friends bore witness as Seneca continued to dictate his thoughts, his teachings, until the very end. His death was no tragedy. It was a lesson, the culmination of a life lived with purpose. Seneca died as he had lived, teaching, transforming his final moments into an enduring testament. In choosing how he faced death, he embraced it as the ultimate philosophical act. The serenity with which he met his fate serves as a beacon, illuminating the shadows of our own fears. On the bleak frontier of the Danube, amidst the cold and chaos of military life, Marcus Aurelius faced his end. The philosopher emperor, a sovereign of Rome, uttered his last words not in lament, but in metaphor. "Go to the rising sun, for I am setting." Pausa. In this moment, he did not call for family or cling to life. Instead, he spoke as a philosopher, acknowledging the cycle of existence. Even as the light of his life dimmed, the sun rose anew, an unending cycle. Marcus Aurelius understood that death is but a part of nature, a transition, not an end. His acceptance was profound, his composure unshakable. The emperor's final words echoed the very essence of Stoicism: to live in harmony with fate, to embrace death not as an adversary, but as an inevitable part of life. Pausa. His legacy was sealed in silence. The Stoics were not afraid of death, for they had rehearsed it in 1,000 ways. Memento mori, the practice of remembering death, was their guide. Pausa. They embraced voluntary poverty, released their grasp on possessions, and daily confronted the ephemeral nature of existence. Death was not an end, but a final examination, the ultimate test of their disciplines. In letting go of what was not theirs to keep, they found freedom. This is why they remained fearless, for they had already lived with death as their companion. Today, we fear the legacy we leave behind, the risk of an unlived life. We distract ourselves with the endless scroll, the algorithm-driven noise that fills our minds with chaos. But the Stoics teach us to face our mortality, to see it not as a threat, but a call to live truly and fully. Take a moment and write your eulogy. Not the words you hope to hear, but the truth of what would be said if your life ended today. This exercise is not morbid. It is illuminating. Pausa. It reveals the gap between aspiration and reality. In this gap lies your work, your true calling. It is not the promises of tomorrow that define us, but the actions of today. The Stoics understood this profoundly. In writing your eulogy, you confront the reality of your life. its virtues and its voids. The urgency that follows is not fear, but a drive to bridge that gap. To live so that when the end comes, you need not apologize for wasted time or abandoned virtue. This is the path the Stoics walked, and it is the path that we must tread, with courage and conviction. The Stoic goal was strikingly clear: live such that when death arrives, there is nothing left to regret. Pausa, a life that needs no apology, no withheld truths, no abandoned virtues. This was their art of living and dying. Death, they knew, is not the enemy. A wasted life is. By making peace with the end, they found a fierce urgency to live fully. It is not the absence of fear that defines the Stoic, but the mastery over it. Pausa. For the Stoics, life was a forge, shaping them to meet their fate with grace. In a world where distractions abound and chaos reigns, we must remember their lessons, to live in such a way that when our time comes, we can stand firm, unshakable, knowing that we have lived without regret. Make peace with the end, and then truly live.